Okay, we're back with more Tony Hawk 4. Today we're going to try to do the pro challenges, at least attempt all of them. Gotta beat one of them because that triggers the credits. And then at least check out all of the remaining challenges on the other maps. So my understanding this name is that I just pick someone other than my custom skater. It tells me where the pro challenge is, go there, attempt it, and then back out to change skater to try the other ones.
Boom! Let's do it.
Okay. First of all, when he made a roof-to-roof gap 7 stories high, 8 months later he followed it up with a McTwist over an 18-foot gap and a 24-foot frontside air.
Man, that ramp is huge! Are they really gonna move that scaffolding further out as you go? I'll get the photos while you concentrate on nailing the tricks across the gap. Good luck, man, and don't look down.
Wait, I'm confused. What's the gap that I have to clear here? This one? This gap? Oh, okay. I automatically have all my stat inputs from before, right? I feel like I got it that time, but I don't think it gave it to me. Like, wait a second for it to go away. Yeah, it seems terrifying if he did. So it doesn't tell me if I got it. I'm putting in, it's just do the 3 tricks during the transfer, right? I thought I saw a thing that said challenge trick 1. Is that what the trick 1 thing says there? Let's trick 1 again. Oh, I don't have to do all 3. I think, right? Okay. I understand. It's easier than I thought. In fact, it only gives me credit for a maximum of 1 at a time. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what it wants from me. Wait, I was pressing down circle. What's the difference between a tail grab and a 1-foot tail grab? Is it because I hit circle for the first trick, maybe? Not accidentally restart when I still probably have plenty of time. Wait, that's always doing a pop shove it. Do I need special for this? That must be what the problem is. Oh, shit. Oh! Pretty cool challenge, though. That mirrors something he actually did. They still have credit for the barrel roll, I think, maybe? Try to do this more in the center. Oh jeez. Yeah, that's cool. This is kind of what Tony Hawk's thing was. Do that without crashing, okay. It's way harder than it needs to be, I think. Need to get more speed crossing over with that, okay. I think I'm getting like too much air here, where it's like dangerous. Okay. To like orient myself in such a way that I don't crash or bail at the end. He had that one. But he did. This isn't a real thing that he did, right? It seems way too dangerous. Shit. Okay, so it gave me those two tricks. Plenty of time now. I don't think I've ever done a special over avert transfer, so I don't think I appreciated how hard that is to land. I've done roof-to-roof stuff before. That, he is dead after that. Not alive after that. Do I need to, like, manually rotate while doing that to make sure that I don't bail at the end? Looks like I might need to. Try the varial, like, twist. So I need to have significantly more air when I'm trying to clear it. Got the second one. Really glad this challenge doesn't require you to never fail. It would be way harder. I don't know if I can get on a height and still like clear the gap. Keep trying. I could do it if I was doing it in vert, but not over the transfer, I don't think. Yeah, I feel like I'm like... If I had a little bit more height, but I don't know how to build more height on that jump. I lose a lot of it just by virtue of moving laterally, right? Getting the angle perfect. Okay. Boneless is up before pressing jump. Seems to straighten out. Yeah, so that one I do have to manually straighten out. You'll not... Maybe it's just like the angle I was already going at. The spin makes it a little confusing. Gave it to me. Just gotta do the hard one. Will the boneless let me do the transfer? I figured that was just for trying to like jump over something, right? I haven't practiced that before. I thought I heard it there. Right. I guess this is a good way to show you how impressive the 900 is, right? Because that's the thing he's famous for. I wonder if I can start activating that sooner, but I assume that it affects my... Wait. That one felt like it was far away. Shit. Yeah, I gave it to you. That does give a lot of money, no kidding. It was a pretty cool challenge. Do you think they, the skaters had some, like, say on what their challenge was going to be? Newer hardcore goals enabled in every level. Oh, wow. So, those are the same as the existing goals. But now, is it going to play the credits every time I do a pro challenge? Because I kind of like would like to end on the credits, so if I can skip this.
So much stuff has
And
been done
then
on vert with obstacles,
pick one, be the
raising
last
bars
one.
and things like that. And
Oh, maybe
one
it's
thing that
different
I
for each
felt
skater?
like hadn't been explored was doing a channel and seeing how big a channel could go. So we put these ramps next to each other, and each one had a 6-foot section that would break away. So
That's
the
terrifying.
gap started at 12 feet with a bridge of death across it, and I tested that out to see what was possible. And then we broke away a 6-foot section, and then it became 18 feet. Mostly just did a few airs, and then did a 540. That took the longest.
Fuck
We had
that.
these roll-ins that were angled on the side, which gave you enough speed, but it was hard to adjust
Why
coming
didn't
down
turn
an
it
angled roll-in into a vert ramp, you know. And then we broke away the last 6-foot section, and that became a 24-foot gap. And all I did was air it. It took a few tries, but that was the scariest part, was trying to do frontside air. It was fun. I learned a lot from it. I actually would like to try to do it again in a different
Nope.
configuration.
Nope. It's bad enough in a video game. You slam into the side of
Skateboarding
that.
today is different than it was. I think you have to put a lot more effort into it. There's so many pros now that to be noticed, you've got to do something really, really big, really technical, or something that's just really different. You know, and to be different, it usually means it's got to be dangerous, and you got to do something exceptional to put yourself on the line. And you know, there's a lot more opportunity now, but at the same time, there's a lot more competition. So it just takes a lot more effort.
I really liked watching particularly the women's park and street skating events in the Olympics. Assume those VODs are accessible now that the Olympics have long been over. They're worth watching though. Most of the kids were like 12, 13, I think 13 maybe was the youngest that was allowed. And many of them were like middle school students. That was cool. Okay, so now I do change skater, right? And that didn't actually trigger credits, so I think we're good to keep looking at the other ones here. In the zoo.
Return of the
Oh, that makes sense. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that one. That one seems too hard. It's like a really complicated combo grind. Oh shit, it's above me. Wait, is that or is that the more difficult regular goal? Okay. This is the pro challenge. Severe disorientation ahead. Built a loop, then remove the top. Gapping the loop switch. Bob made history. Oh
Yo,
god.
Bobby, wasn't that loop at your house big enough? See, this time they're making the gap bigger and bigger as you go. Oh, yo, I'm on it. But try not to land on your freaking head.
Yeah. Do tricks across the fuck that. So, okay, when's the appropriate time to jump then? Okay, I think I see. Dude. I got the first one.
constant. From morning till morning. It's so hot it have rappers wanna stop recording. Sort of a Superman, solo was lane reporting. Swing like Spidey, so
Let's move the loop. Can we not?
if I miss, I take aim again. Throwing fire like the human torch. Play it of yourself if you think I'm gaming. Create earthquakes that have your core trembling. Be number 9 like the love potion. Can't clock my moves cause I move in slow motion.
The 6.
And it goes like this. Verses of doom from J. Rue the Damager. Ow!
But he really did something like this, where he started with the loop and then removed the top of it to do like a transfer. Maybe it wasn't this insane. Just turns gravity upside down for a second. That's funny.
What are you doing?
He couldn't have had a gap this wide. That's the part that's fantasy. Yeah, in fact, the gravity just flipping is what's getting me in trouble here. Yeah. Coyote time, I think it's called. In video games, when you can briefly walk off the ledge before you fall. Like, it's a thing in, Donkey Kong Country. Do I just not jump, maybe? Doesn't look like I can get back on the other side. There, it gave it to me. Okay. I think I just have to hit it much later.
Ow! A star, what am I supposed to do? New York till I die, Hollywood till I do. I'm a star, on stage holding my jewels and it's so cool. Models wanna in my pool.
Even further now. Oh, Jesus. Wait, so are these all special tricks too? Go away, Razor update. Razor just installed an update and it fucked up my webcam. Hold on. I don't even have the Razor software running. Give me a second. What does it even have to do with my Logitech webcam? Here, I'll pause the clock 1 second. Sorry. I'm back. Sorry about that. I should have been able to pause the recording for YouTube. So these are not specials, right? Say these are specials. I'm gonna quit this right now and say it's not happening. So I have to try to figure out how a Razor update did that, but whatever. It looked like the Razor update says something, hey, you know, welcome, you've got a new update that'll make your chroma, whatever, keyboard, you can control the colors of your keyboard based on events in OBS. And I'm like, who has a camera pointed on their keyboard? I guess that guy that is trying to get, like, world records in Super Mario Brothers 1. The other ones are specials? Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to build special in time to attempt this, but... So I might back out on this one. Do you think for a speedrunner, though, like, the video of their, like, hand on the keyboard would benefit from a bunch of flashing chroma lights? Imagine you want to have, like, the cleanest view of their hand that you can get. Maybe I just need to not jump. Yeah, I think that might be the trick. Game has trained me to release X every time I get to the end of one of these.
On stage holding my jewels and it's so cool. Models wanna
In-game players will do it. I just mean from Razor's perspective, like the number of users that are probably going to be interested in like setting up OBS events to control the chroma on their keyboard is like fewer than 100 people, I would expect. Maybe I'm wrong. Imagine that was a lot of work to make that possible. Start the trick well before it looks like you're in the air. Okay. Not jumping is making it a lot easier. Okay. But if I start the trick too early, I just fall on my head, right? Probably give this one more honest try, and then I'll go to the next one. It's cool though, I like what they're trying to get you to do. They do some weird physics forces at the top. That's kind of cool that they spent the time on getting that to work. If I trigger it too soon, the problem is he just falls straight, like the camera flips earlier if I input the trick before he gets to the top of the ramp lip. If I do it there, it's okay, and then I'm hitting my head because I'm not aiming correctly, but he just kind of drops out of the air if I like press it here, for example, see? The X is supposed to be my aim guide. One more try and then we'll move to the next one.
Yo, man, there's a lot of brothers out there flaking and perpetrating but scared to kick reality. Man, you've been doing all this producing, you had a chance to show them what time it is. So what you want me to do? I'm expressing with my full capability.
So where relative to the white X's would you recommend I try to line it up for the last one? This one's black magic to me, so I'd have to brute force it probably for a couple hours to... The white still seems good for the first cat move.
Hesitate for just one or two before I'm through, so don't try to sing this
teller. I still express, yo, I don't smoke. Cause it's known to give a brother brain damage. And brain damage on the mic don't manage nothing but making a sucker in you equal. Don't be another sequel.
Hey, watch it. Ow!
Sometimes I feel like I drop out of the air. Like the camera suddenly flips. I think it's based on if I'm going outside of the range of what it considers to be the loop.
Get back to the PG. That's program. And it's easy. It's back new jacks. I made hollow. Especially make the sun because I like to follow the words, the style, the trend, the records I spin again and again and again. You're on the other end. Watch a brother blend. Don't grind. No help.
Should have been it.
Guessing while I'm expressing myself. It's crazy to see people be what society wants them to be, but not me.
A little more towards the other loop.
They know. Others say rhymes fail to be original. Or they kill with a hip hop star. Forget about the ghetto.
Not that much.
For the pop charts. Some musicians cuss at home, but scared to use profanity. Playing up on the microphone. Yeah, they want reality, but you will hear none. They'd rather exaggerate a little fiction. Some say no to drugs and take a stand, but after the show they go looking for the spread. Or they ban my group from the radio here in WA and say hell no. But you know it ain't all about wealth. As long as you make a note to spread yourself.
That sit-down air trick seems impossible. I think that would have been it, maybe. Samba flip was the harder.
From the heart, 'cause if you wanna start to move up the chart, then expression is a big part of it. You ain't efficient when you flow. You ain't smooth moving like a tortoise, full of rigor mortis. There's a little bit more to show. I got rhymes in my mind, embedded like an embryo. All of them expression, and if you start fessing, I got a for you. I might ignore your record because it has no bottom. I get loose in a summer.
Alright, well, I did the method one, which is the one that I was trying for the last hour, so we'll call that a success. Let's do the next one. We won't call it a success, but we'll call it good enough. Cool challenge, though. I like that they did some fake physics for it. Kona card.
All right, dude, you ready?
A moral victory. There you go. Where is Kona? I assumed it was Hawaii from the name, but maybe not. You're saying this is a particularly difficult entry in the franchise. Is it just difficult because of what they're asking you to do by default, or there's equally difficult stuff in the later games, it's just rated higher or something? Rick Thorne has been good friends for a long time. Tour together, been known to throw down a doubles routine.
Oh, that's my dog. What's up, Cab? You ready to bust these doubles? Because the kids are going to be stoked. We're going
Oh,
to
that's cool. Are they actually gonna
I'm going to start with the flip. You're going to go over me. Then I'm
have him on a
you.
BMX?
You do some lip tricks, and then
That's
I'm
a lot
gonna
of
go
work
over you
for
because
one
that's my
challenge.
style, baby. Are you ready, homeboy? Yo, go high.
That's crazy. So I have to, like, do a trick over him? Oh, okay. That's a pretty cool thing. I see why you wanted me to do these. They put a lot of effort into them, huh?
Yo, go high. Stay on the coping, Cab, and don't move.
Shit.
Yo, go high.
I can... Wait, am I actually supposed to grind on that trick? I kept restarting. I thought I made a mistake.
Stay on the coping, Cab, and don't move. Yo, go high.
Now the dude is one man is rare. Myself, homeboy, got 50 pair. Got blue and black, color likes to chill, and yellow and green.
cabin, don't move.
It's a lip trick. Okay. So I have to get the top of it. Okay, let me try this.
Yo, go high.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm like magneting onto the wire each time. I don't know how to stop that from happening. Pressing it sooner, maybe.
Stay on the coping cabin, don't move.
I like how you can see that his BMX is a little janky. It looks like they had to like force it in there, especially when you're far from him. Okay, I'm pressing left triangle every time I get up there. I must be at a bad angle, maybe?
Yo, go high. Stay on the coping cabin, don't move.
Oh.
Yo,
So
go
you don't have
high.
a lot of opportunities to
Yo, go high.
make mistakes here with the time limit.
Stay on the coping cabin, don't move.
I have to do it where the little arrow is, basically.
Yo, go high. Yo, go high. Stay on the coping cabin, don't move. Yo, go high.
I'll keep trying this one, but this one seems comparably hard.
Yo, go high. Yo, go high. Stay on the coping cabin, don't move.
Need to jump for lips. Okay. Maybe that'll help.
Yo, go high. Stay on the coping cabin, don't move. Yo, go high. Stay on the coping cabin, don't move. Yo, go high.
It's really hard to not jump when I come up the top of a lip. Like I have a lot of muscle memory training me to do it that way.
Stay on the coping cabin, don't move. Yo, go high. Yo, go high. Stay on the coping cabin, don't move.
I don't know when it counts of him going over me. anyway, right?
Yo, go high! Stay on the coping cabin, don't move!
And every time I come back, I'm at a bad angle to do the next one, but that one was wrong anyway.
Stay on the coping cabin, don't move!
Is that tape where I'm supposed to go? I'm going over him again. Shit.
Yo, go high!
Thanks, Leon.
Stay on the coping cabin, don't move!
Is that not right? Does it give me, is lip under means that he went over me, basically? Okay. I didn't realize there was an indicator that I did it correctly. But I got that several times. Wait, why is, am I supposed to go low for this one? Okay.
Stay on the coping cabin, don't move!
Shit. Might be able to do this one if I get lucky.
Yo, go high!
I assume this one's cheesed a little bit. Like, I don't think that they're, like, drawing a line of his BMX path. Like, I assume there's just an area that you're allowed to cross over. I don't know if it's like a metronome on either side, maybe. Shit.
Yo, go high!
Are there too many other tricks in the game that are, like, timing based?
Stay on the coping cabin,
Doing
don't
something
move!
based on a certain other external event happening?
Yo, go high!
I see. They, like,
Yo, go high!
cheated it in, basically.
Stay on the coping cabin, don't move!
There's lip under, so I got it.
Yo, go high!
I do those lip tricks pretty fast. This is a really cool challenge, even though I'm bad at it. That was not on purpose.
Yo, go high! Stay on the coping cabin, don't move!
Is this like something that only these two guys would do? Like an exhibition thing, basically.
Yo, go high!
Really? That's cool.
Yo, go high! Stay on the cloaking cabin, don't move!
Shit, we had it.
Yo, go high!
Yo!
Stay on the coping cabin, don't move!
Yeah, this is what
Leave you, I'm on a bike! Knee slide out!
Yo, bust jam like a metal band front man. Embezzling federal grants, the red on my hands gives me a hell of a chance to lie in the
Shit.
stand. A jury that
49
was
seconds, don't- I'm gonna choke. Yeah, I'm gonna choke. I don't know, downright is harder for me to press successfully.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. That's cool. You wouldn't do it for like competition, I assume, right? It's like an exhibition sort of a thing. Oh shit, I skipped the video. Crap. Am I able to watch that again? Is there like a repository for them? I didn't mean to do that. Is there a menu somewhere? Be on the title screen. San Francisco.
No doubt.
Okay, I'll check it in a bit. Be careful to not let the like main demo video play, because even if you set your playlist to exclude TNT, it plays in the demo video. This was like some wall jump bullshit to get on this roof, right? Shit. Roof gap challenge. Showcase both skills together.
Remo, baby! It is time to take it to the rooftops. Use your entire bag of flip tricks. Bust the tricks across the roof gaps or they won't count. Survive long enough, and we'll want to see you do some combos.
Oh, I see. So I'm able to die in doing this, right? Kind of. I don't know if I'm allowed to do a trick from the grind and have that counter if it's only from these individual gaps. This'll work. Thanks for giving me 3 of that one. I should have waited for there to be 4 of them. You're like in trouble once it turns red, basically. This is cool too, because this definitely shows like the thing that he's specifically good at. Shit. Can't let him fill up. Come on, turn around. Turn around, you can do it. There you go. Oh. Now it wants me to do 2 for it to count, basically. I need more speed for this to be possible, huh? Doesn't want to give it to me. Okay. Oh, 1F. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I see. So, this is the only gap that I can do a trick across, right? As far as I can tell. Something, whenever I try to do 2 tricks in the same thing, it seems to not accept the second input the way I expect. Like if it's up square, down square, it'll tell me that the first trick was correct, but the second trick will be a different name. I was getting that in the Tony Hawk one. The one behind me. Oh, any gap is fine? Which one? This one? Oh, okay, thanks. Didn't realize that would count. If I turn around manually on one side, that's nice. So if I survive long enough, I don't have to do all the tricks that are displayed, right? I just have to not get kicked out from it turning red until we get to a certain point where it asks me to start doing combos. Okay, so I think I maybe understand. Basically, try to clear the gap. Go towards the quarter pipe, right? Do the first trick, manual up the quarter pipe. Do the second trick in the air, and then just land safely, and that should be fine. Because all the tricks don't have to be over the gap just has to be included in the combo. Okay. Oh, if a combo comes up that has the same trick twice, do it once and it'll just clear it? Okay. So I could win this through luck. They gave that to me. Like that, okay. Cool. Oh, I thought I had that. I guess not. One more massive combo, seriously? Oh god. It seems unlikely. Small amount of time to execute. Is there like a, probably no vert somewhere that I can go and then manual over to a gap to clear it, right? I don't know if I'm able to do that last one. That seems extremely challenging because I'd have to manual on both sides repeatedly. Is there somewhere in here that has a vert where I can do all those tricks on a vert and then manual my way to a gap? Guessing the answer is no. Oh, that was lucky as hell.
Y'all start speaking, she grabs a number to your phone, and next weekend you invited to your home. You weren't even thinking.
Okay, one last massive combo.
You got played by a pro. She's a big shot.
Oh, if I get lucky, if it has multiple of the same in the list. Jane Doe or Lucy, her innocent looks are deceiving, so I'm telling you to be wise. I know she's a cutie, but she goes for the Lucy. Sure, her words sounded sincere. She even made me. Hey, yo, don't think I'm goofy, but this power connect. Oh, right, I have to revert on the way back, don't I? Not like that.
schooler. She dissed you like you were neutered and told you to go get a sexual tutor. She's a big shot, don't touch your ruler. She's so beautiful, a cupid looter, user and abuser. She's a big shot.
Maybe it's possible. I'll try. Maybe I'll just get lucky and there'll be multiple trick copies. I could do it if it was like 3. Much easier if it was like 4.
And mind on his breath. He only dates models from the bottle when he walks wild. And he ain't never lost a squad. In the locker and took your girlfriend to prom. He's in your life every day and you can't wait till he's gone. But daddy owns a business, so it won't be long for me to carrots and makes carrots. Rich man song. He got the most expensive clothes and jewelry to wear. While you're looking for a job, he's looking in the mirror. He walks the halls surrounded by his fan club, starts fashion trends and hits the ceiling when he stands. He's a preppy, fame-hogging, pig-headed fool. When he has a post, everyone's invited except you and your crew. And there really ain't nothing y'all can do. He's in every state, city, and town as long as they got a school. He's a big shot, thick knot in his wallet. Your parents got enough money to send your whole family to college. He's a big shot, testosterone thirsty, hallway father figure with his masculinity stained on his shirt. He's a big shot, IB class whiz kid bragging about a big is that chicken dish. He's a big shot. My favorite are the rappers, the egotistical bastards, the people that never clap for you, said they think you're whacker than them cause they're the masters. I bet disaster is caused in your mind when you rhyme in class, so they jaw shut with the fat verse. To him you're a hazard, weak matter, a reason for laughter. He's breathing alive, but he's only that or fat after he dies. You can climb the ladder, start a chapter, archo capture, finally, but while he reasons, he's don't even flatter. A bad attack of his acrobatical arrogance, who's genetic, engineered, emotional pattern of tearing kids in battles. That'll explain why he beat low. He told you your team sucks, said you was a cream puff and fled. Now you dream of choking him with that mic cord. Instead he blows your mind straight out your head with that hardcore tearing season. Send him to therapy, he says, love you with clarity and cry hysterically. He makes a parody of your passion. You tell your friends you think he's type of secretly. You hope his career won't be lasting, cause he's an asshole. You know he got a nice sound. You know what else? You're looking at him right now.
Come on, 30 seconds. Hey, that's only 2 total tricks, or 3 total tricks, okay.
Once you know you love me, girls never wash their hands after they get a chance to touch. I'm a big shot. You can say I'm a creep, but put me in a room with your idol and I'll make them look mean. I'm a big shot. Can't nobody fade me. The only way we can do a song is if somebody pay. I'm a big shot, big shot, big shot.
Oh, that would have been it if I had landed straight.
History of hip hop.
Diagonal trick, so it's getting me in trouble with the way I'm facing. Forgot to revert. That's a bummer. That should have been it, but I just completely choked. Alright. Alright. It's probably just jank with the scoring system, but they couldn't confirm that each random trick would be a unique one, right? I guess they could have made this scripted like the cab one. I get the 3 trick luck again, to be honest. These are both the same trick, aren't they? Nice. Really? I thought I got that. Probably get a kick flip at the end there. Let's wait and see what we get. That's good luck. Same as last time, I only have to do 3 tricks. No, no! Oh my god! Oh. Oh. It's painful. I think this song and Shimmy and Number of the Beast are my three favorite of this soundtrack. Although there's several really good hip-hop songs. Heel flip is not the same as kick flip.
Hey, Kareem, over here, man.
Okay, come on, good luck. That's good luck. Don't menu. Okay. So I have to hold back to not go forward. Hey, first try. Can't believe I got three. That only had 3 tricks in a row. You guys, an interesting, like, combinatory probability. Because it doesn't matter what order they're in either, right? So, like, heel flip plus kick flip is the same thing as kick flip plus heel flip. Okay, I'm not pressing the button this time. So at what point do you think people would say skateboarding became mainstream? I mean, obviously it's there now that it's an Olympic sport, but was it like X Games? You see a lot of these videos of people just like setting up ramps in parks, which I'm sure still happens, but it would be interesting to learn more about the like history of it. Recognize that fisheye lens. My roommate used to play skate. I didn't know what he was doing, but I would occasionally see him, and it's like there's like a person with a fisheye lens right behind the bottom of the board. It seems like the video game had a really significant impact in the overall popularity of the sport, like in a way that can't be understated, and I'm trying to think if there's a cross-media interaction like that. Probably is. Almost certainly. Maybe there's like a book that really popularized a certain like athletic activity. It's cool though. It's a cool video. I like when they do well. I don't like when they bail. It makes me sad. think one of the youngest people in women's park at the Olympics. They had 3 Japanese competitors, and she was one of the Japanese competitors. She was like 13, and she had an almost perfect run, and she just bailed at the end and was just like sobbing. I felt so bad for her, like, but the nice part was that all of the other skaters came up and like picked her up and held her up and, you know, celebrated with her because she made it to the Olympics, and that's something to be proud of. And I was like, man, that's such a like you see some kind of camaraderie among the competitors in like gymnastics and some of the other sports where, you know, they'll hug each other, but you don't really buy that they just want everyone to have a good time. And I definitely felt that from all of the skateboarding competitors, that they all really respect each other and they kind of just all want to see everyone do a good job. It's not as much about winning at all costs. Competition happened to come out of it. Yeah. Alcatraz. Anytime Disney and Pixar have an animal movie, pet sales with an animal go way up. Interesting. Yeah, it's cool to have crosstalk between a video game and a sport. In particular. It just seems like an extremely wholesome activity, right? I mean, I think that's the thing that I find the most cool and attractive about it. Like, I'm curious where that, like, do you think that there's, like, a mechanical relationship between the wholesomeness of skateboarding and skateboarders and, like, the act of skateboarding? Like, is it the fact that you're wiping out constantly, you know? And even the pro players are bailing all the time. But it just kind of lends itself to having a more, I guess, chill attitude. Or is it just that, like, the people who first popularized the sport happen to have that personality type, and so it just became part of the culture early on, you know? Underground counterculture helped a lot, yeah. Because I think of some sports, like MMA, occasionally, like, you'll see some really wholesome fighters in MMA, but it seems like it's pretty popular to be toxic. I guess maybe the fan base gives them shit for doing that, but... Skaters play pool skating. Rune thrives on it. Oh, that's interesting.
Pool party. Session these pools and do the tricks that the kids call out.
Cool. I think I understand what they want me to do. Chicken water tower. Look over that plank those kids are pushing over the pool. Because I have to learn each of these are, right? Honestly, don't see what they're talking about. Is it like high up? That one, okay. Oops.
You know the type of girl that walks in front of you and makes your jaw drop. She talks in riddles and sort of tickles your soft spot. See her in the club, she treats you like a scrub. She ain't tripping off you, she got your whole crew in love. You're daydreaming, getting her in that bedroom alone.
I think so.
Straight feeding, you bake like a dog for the bone, and she's peeping. And the reason
I feel like I had to bone this a lot more in Tony Hawk 2 and 3. I haven't really remembered how to do it, unfortunately. Trick on the cell block rooftop. Can I? This is the one you think I might need to boneless on then? I'm talking about this building on the side, right? Dude, I don't think I can begin to get close to the height I need for that. Yeah, it seems like I need to like double my height to get up there. Just funneling if you're a little below it. Trying to mash it when I get up there. I can't get up there at all. I can't even see where it is. I'm trying to max special. Boneless seems to be causing me to lose height, but maybe I'm pressing it at the wrong time.
To him you're a hazard, we matter a reason for laughter. He's preaching, he's live, but he's only that word back. After he dies, you can climb the ladder, start a chapter, arch your capture, finally, but while he reasons, he's don't even flatter him. At attack of his acrobatical arrogance to his genetic.
Yeah, I'm pressing it as soon as I get to the like apex, and it doesn't seem to be working.
He told you your team sucks, said you was a cream puff and fled. Now you're dreaming, choking him with that mic cord. Instead, he blows your mind straight out your head with that hardcore tearing season. Send him to therapy. He says, fuck you with clarity and cry hysterically as he makes a parody of your passion. You tell your friends you think he's tight, but secretly you hope his career won't be lasting, cause he's an asshole. But you know he got a nice.
Still don't know what I'm doing wrong here. It seems like the building is too high for me to reach it. No matter what. He does have. Okay, so stats are all still maxed out.
You know why? Cause I'm a big shot. Don't front, you know you ugly girls never wash their hands after they get a chance to touch. I'm a big shot. You can say I'm a creep, but put me in a room with your idols and I'll make them look.
Oh, it finally worked.
Can't nobody fade me. The only way we could do
Okay. So maybe there's a bowl in the water tower. Spine from the pools into the water tower over the wooden planks around the top. Really? Also doesn't seem possible. Not precisely, anyway. At least this one gives you a shitload of time. Shit. Gave it to me, thanks, game. So, at what point, you gotta ask this question. At what point should I activate the boneless to get the maximum height? it after I'm already in the air? Is it before? Maybe he did it there. Gave it to me. That felt good. What are the over the planks around the top? See those. I thought I did that last time. I'm trying to look for the planks it's talking about, because I thought I did that the first time and got it wrong. So, I need more height, basically? Because I don't see the planks they're talking about. Don't know that I can get enough height to do that, unless if it's a comparably difficult height jump to the one to get on the roof of the prison. Because it looks like that barely worked, and that was starting significantly higher. Really?
Check this out.
What happened to dignity? Did it go away again? Just like some worn out trend. Will I still defend emotions? What happened to honesty? I don't see it in the top 10. I only see it in what has been. 'Cause I still defend emotion. Don't wanna rest and don't wanna breathe when I wanna
Shit.
don't wanna hear a spokesman. I don't wanna test, I want you to believe.
It doesn't want to let me
Don't wanna hear a spokesman.
transfer there for some reason. Hold on.
What happened to integrity? I don't see it on MTV. All I see
Yeah,
is
like,
Mario
it doesn't...
TV.
I'm confused.
Never be a dancer.
Centered? Like, in the center of the swimming pool?
And who the fuck is Felicity? I got problems on my own. Don't wanna rest and
Some...
don't wanna breathe when I wanna hear about life. Don't wanna hear a spokesman. I don't wanna test, I want you to lead. Singer wrote the song. Don't wanna hear a spokesman.
Transfer from the water tower to the pools with a special trick. Wait, did that not count? I did that correct. Shit.
Yo, man, there's a lot of brothers out there flaking and perpetrating, but scared to kick reality.
Man, you've been doing all this producing, you ain't had a chance to show them what time it is.
Be my last attempt, we'll see.
I'm expressing with my full capabilities, and now I'm living in correctional facilities. Cause some don't agree with how I do this. I get straight and meditate like a Buddhist. I'm dropping flavor, my behavior is hereditary. But my technique is very necessary. Bring it on Ice Cube, because he said it gets funky when you got a subject and a predicate. Add it on a dope beat, and it'll make you think. Some suckers just tickle me
This one seems pretty random as to whether it wants to give it to me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong on this one. I did this a couple times, and as far as I can tell, I'm pressing the same buttons in the same order. Like instinctively doing the fucking little kid playing Mario thing where I'm like lifting myself up in my chair at the apex of the jump to try to get the slightly more height that I apparently need. Seriously. It's unfortunate. I feel like I could have done this on that first attempt that I made it to the last goal. I just wasn't sure what it was talking about when it said ramen on the top. From my perspective, I'm pressing the exact same buttons, so I have no idea. It's the hell to me. I'm seriously like leaning in my chair like a kid. It's funny. Alright, well I probably should bail on this one. You can't even hit it once anymore. Is it like, do you have variable stats based on how full your special meter is or something? Got to the end of that one. Gotten to the end of each of the ones I've bailed on, so... I guess not the Create a Skater one. Koston.
Sure you want me? I can't do hard flips.
Ball skating, Koston can probably master it. Crooked grind. Oh no, not a grind one. Bad at these.
Are you sure you want to chop on this? It can definitely make a sick photo, but you could get wrecked, man. All right. Well, if you want to grind these cables, I'll get the photos.
That was weird. But just grind it to the end without doing any tricks. That's a 0 out of 3 thing. Was he good at everything? What does a 0 out of 3 mean? Is that like just checkpoints along the way? Are you serious? I still have the feeling that grinding becomes mathematically impossible a certain length into the thing, so it's probably wrong, and I'm probably just pressing things wrong. Oh, that's mean. Do you at least get checkpoints if you beat the first one? Or do you have to do all 3 of them? I feel like this should have been the very first grinding thing in the entire game. I know that sounds ridiculous, but like, this is probably going to force me to understand how this bar actually works in a way that none of the other challenges ever required me to understand before. Jumping could let me spend less time grinding. I feel like I'm only getting like halfway to the end too, right? Is that the end right there? It seems silly, but I really wish this was the very first thing the game had you do for grinding. Like, I don't think this challenge is using many of like the technical grind skills of like jumping and doing tricks in the middle of it. It's just pared down, do you understand how the balance meter works, right? Which my answer is no. I still don't. But I think I'm kind of getting there. Like once the meter starts getting towards an edge, I start mashing the button. Well, not mashing it, but tapping it repeatedly instead of trying to tap it once. That was the end. I used to hold it, but I don't think I can bring my body to attempt to do that. My brain is convinced that if I hold down the D-pad at any time, I'll immediately fall on the opposite side. Oh, you know, I might have a better understanding of how this thing works, maybe. Okay. Let me see if I can put it into words. It's not enough for me to, like, overcome and just solve the challenge now, but basically it feels like at any point along the grind, let me test this really quick. Yeah, okay. I think that's always true. Let's go this way. Okay, so in addition to other forces, there is always a wrong button. That is, there is always a D-pad button that if you press it at that moment in the grind, you will always bail. And that's either left or right, depending on the current trajectory of the arrow. Yeah. And in addition to that, also if you just naturally reach an edge, you'll bail. If you like don't press anything, you'll bail eventually. So if it's in the center, you can usually keep it in the center by pressing left or right a maximum of 1 time. If it's in the second segmented bar on the sides, sometimes you have to press it twice. Not always. Problem is that if you press it, if you think you have to press it twice and you only had to press it once, you'll press it twice in error. Oh, shit. It's almost done. So how does that work at the very end? It is just going to give me credit once I reach the end of the rail naturally, or do I have to jump to the thing? Okay, so if it's a situation where it only wants you to press it once and you press it twice, you will bail because you pressed it once, and then when you pressed it the second time, that's the wrong direction, and it will trigger the automatic bail from pressing in the wrong direction. So you kind of need to like press it once and then try to perceive which direction the arrow is going. On the far edges, sometimes you have to press it 3 times. So it's once in the center, twice in the second segment, and up to 3 times on the edges. But whether it requires 1, 2, or 3 is quite variable based on the other things that are going on. I wish I knew this 16 hours or 14 hours ago. Curious how it behaves while holding it, because I can't make myself hold it. Like, I literally can't. If I press it down, I just assume that's going to happen every time. So I can only really think of it in terms of tapping, but it makes me wonder, like, what is happening when you're holding it down? Is it only counting as a single press and it's ignoring the fact that you're holding it? I think if they wanted to do a grinding trainer, you could put a little thing, excuse me, put a little thing directly above the arrow that says, that has like a left D-pad or a right D-pad that it wants you to press, right? Like, it had the exact same UI for it, and I think it would work the same way. And if you press the wrong input, you just fall. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think what I'm saying is correct. Now, it's still really hard to do. Just because I understand it better now doesn't mean I'm just going to nail it, but... So, I think the reason I'm usually falling now is when... Let's see if I can articulate this. When it wants me to... Like, there it wanted me to tap twice, right? It's when it wants me to tap twice, and I'm not tapping twice too fast, because I'm worried that if I tap twice too fast, I'm going to tap twice when it actually wants me to tap once and bail for that reason. And in the time between me tapping once and then deciding to tap twice, I'm so close to the edge that I bail. So I'm not making the decision fast enough to tap the second time, basically. Like right there, that's what happened. I tapped left on one frame, and then by the time I realized, oh shit, it wants me to hit left a second time, I had already hit the right side and bailed. And that gets harder the closer you are to the edges. I'm gonna wear out the haptic feedback of my PS2 controller. I wonder if it's just better when you're near the edges to guess that you have to double tap or hope for it and hope you win the coin flip. I don't know that it's random. It might not be. It might be based on like other effects, like how long you held the button down previously, but so right now I'm trying to press once and then wait to see if it wants me to press again. There we go. First try. Okay, it does start me here now. Oh, there's a way to go around there. Okay. I think it's probably better to we bailed. It's probably better to just guess. Guess that it's going to be a double tap if it's looking like it's going really far to the side, and just hope that you win the coin toss. Alright, not so bad. Oh god. You need to like jump to get enough speed for that one. How do I gain speed on that? Jump sooner? Jump sooner onto the thing, you mean? Oh, because I get like speed from the downslope at the beginning. Excuse me. Jump while I still have speed while I'm climbing. So this is kind of like that one in the Alcatraz challenge, which was still like the hardest thing that wasn't like a secret level challenge or a pro challenge. Just like in the middle of the game there. I feel like that's the hard part of this, is clearing that, huh? Really? It's a big difference. Maybe not. So like at the very bottom of the wire, basically? Doesn't look like that's makeable. Shit. Didn't realize I did another climb there. This one seems harder than the first one for me anyway, just because I don't understand the wide jumping allows you to clear these. Son of a bitch. Oops. Shit. Is the final rail to the right of that last crane? see it. Really? Minimize jumping. I think even this part is really good for teaching me how jumping interacts with grinding, you know? I don't know what to do at the end where that crane is. I don't know how to like turn because I have to jump in order to clear the slope, I think. But I don't know how to jump without jumping over the top of the crane. Yeah, so like, this has been great. More of this challenge, please. I guess it seems really counterintuitive to want this to be the very first thing you do in the game with grinding, but... maybe this demonstrates the thing I was talking about, how... I think I'm mostly a subconscious, like, passive learner. I'm really bad when it comes to a game asking me to, like, actively engage with its systems. I'm super dependent on the game just giving me feedback directly and just brute force trial and erroring something until it makes sense. Combination of that and, like, understanding what the game is actually asking from me. Like, me being able to conceptualize what the actual mechanic is for grinding instead of it just being, oh, press left and right and pray that you're doing it right? Like... I was talking about this in the RuneScape channel in our Discord recently, that, like, RuneScape is really bad at player feedback. It would be like if in, oh, that's a bummer. If in, like, Dark Souls, the community didn't really understand how iframes worked. And instead of telling, like, explaining, like, oh yeah, you know, when your equip load hits this %, you get this many iframes, and as long as you have iframes while you're dodging into an attack, then an attack won't damage you, right? If instead of saying that, they were just like, oh, sometimes you should dodge into attacks, and you should try to wear light armor. And I was like, well, what kind of light armor? Like, I don't know, light armor. Like, is there a specific set I should wear? Like, yeah, you wear this set. It's like, well, why that set and not this set? Well, I don't know, just... sometimes you can dodge into attacks and it's fine, right? And it's like, it's not that I actually have... you tell me that the fast roll has 13 iframes and the medium roll has 11 iframes and the slow roll has 9 iframes. Like, those numbers don't mean anything to me. I don't think in frames. But having a basic understanding of what's going on under the hood, like, helps me from a learning perspective to try to passively figure out what the heck it wants from me, you know? I assume that everyone, to some extent, learns things in that way. Like, it's probably just the way everyone develops muscle memory for stuff, but... I know a lot of people that can, like, just throw themselves at a challenge until they just kind of... their body just gets it, and they don't get any benefit from being told, okay, this is what's actually going on. Like, imagine that there's a Shenmue left-right D-pad QTE above the arrow, right? Frame data is intuitive to you as a fighting game player. It's terrifying if you aren't already used to it. Yeah. I think that's what's interesting is that I can understand relatively what it means to say 13 frames, 11 frames, 9 frames, even though I'm not thinking in terms of frames when I'm playing the game. Or for a speedrunner to say, like, that this is a frame-perfect trick, like, okay, I can conceptualize what that means without actually thinking in terms of 1/60th of a second while playing. Did better on this one when it first loaded in. Now I'm struggling. Yeah, exactly, Spiky. And that's so there's multiple layers of that obfuscation, right? Like, especially if you're playing like Dark Souls 2, where not only is it just one stat, there's like multiple stats. And I guess my point is that in when we were talking about it in the RuneScape Discord is that the Dark Souls community is very invested in understanding how all this shit works. And so when I'm playing Dark Souls, people in chat can be like, ah, okay, well, you know, check this wiki article. This explains how many iframes you get for different equip loads, right? And RuneScape players are not invested in RuneScape in that way. They're more of the, like, just do it. Just equip this armor set and it'll be fine. But I'm like, but why? Like, why does it work that way? Like, I don't know. Because it does. So it's an interesting proposition. It makes me wonder if I had played Dark Souls, like, not on Twitch, or if I had played it off stream and not referred to a wiki or something to understand how this shit worked, I might have hated the game. Because if I had never gotten that feedback of, oh, this is how iframes work, I would have just been really irritated. Like, I don't understand what this game wants me to do, you know? Roman Republic version of 3 hours. That was a pretty good attempt there. That's awful, Spiky. I might be able to do this one. I'm gonna keep practicing this for a bit. This feels possible, and it feels like it's building important muscle memory for me that I'm gonna lose by the time we play the next Tony Hawk game, but maybe I can leave some notes to myself or something. Assuming that, I guess, I don't think they would change the way balance works fundamentally between games, but... yeah, weird breakpoints. And it probably just works out that, like, RuneScape is a feel game. So I don't think anyone's, like, a bad person for playing RuneScape and not making a 4-hour video about how melee skipping and Ulm works, you know. It's just that it's like Tony Hawk in the sense that because it's divided into this, like, rhythm game, like, tick system, you just kind of do it a few times, and it doesn't matter whether you understand in your brain what's actually going on. The game behaves the way you want it to behave, and it just works, and you feel it. And I assume Tony Hawk is similar to that it's like... the fun of this game is not sitting down and going, oh, the balance bar is Shenmue QTE. It's been obfuscated, right? It's fun to just do it over and over and over until you understand that intuitively. And it's like an entirely different skill set to be able to then put what's happening into English. That's nuts. I think that overall, I've probably had the most improvement in Tony Hawk 4 than any of the first 3 Tony Hawk games because, as a rule, the game is much better about putting you into objectives like this one that are testing one very specific skill under a time limit, and you can't exit it until you finish, you know? And so I'm forced to just brute force it until it makes sense. Which I could get away with not doing in the first 3 games. I don't know if that turn is just particularly brutal on balance. I made it to that turn. Oh shit! God damn it! Of course I have it. All right, it's okay. I can get back to it. Yeah, and like, I totally hear you on that. Like, I could see that once you've mastered the basic mechanics, that like just having fun with skating around and finding lines and doing cool tricks between them is super fun. In the same way that I can imagine, like with an RTS game, once you kind of have the feel for, oh, I can just make this death ball and then I'll be fine, you know, you can kind of just have fun with it instead of stressing out constantly about not understanding the fundamentals. I think it also kind of has a puzzle game click moment hindsight bias issue where, like, you know, if you've played The Witness and you've done a bunch of the difficult Witness puzzles, you watch the Cracking the Cryptic guy Simon try to solve some of those puzzles and he gets stuck and you cannot revert to not knowing the answer anymore, right? And it's infuriating because you're like, oh my god, it's right there. How do you not see that that's right there, you know? And I think it's probably the same that once Tony Hawk clicks for you or once an RTS clicks for you, like watching somebody struggling with it, it's like, I can't remember not knowing how this works. Like, I need to, like, big brother, big sister, take the controller from you and just fucking do it to demonstrate that it's possible. Because you're making it look like it's impossible, and I know that it's not. Right. Pretty good attempt before. When I accidentally restarted for goal. Hey Moonshine, how you doing? The 0% chance that you know about it. Yeah. I think Baba Is You has so many puzzles that it's very possible you might forget some of them. Maybe let's just put it as, like, once you know the solution, you can't... Not only can you not unsee it, but it's, like, prohibitively difficult for your brain to pretend to unsee it, right? think that's the phenomenon that's happening a lot of times for the weird YouTube comments I get, where it's like people don't remember what it was like to not have played the game before, and so anytime there's like if a character like foreshadows an event, like how did you not notice this when this character said this? Well, because I'm not you. Like, I'm not in your brain. Sorry. That's the closest we've been. Don't restart this time. Okay. Shit.
Return of the B-boy style. Props to all the B-boys and B-girls in the house.
This would be better if the instant you bailed, you could start over.
That menstruate, so acting, menstruate, drinking the V8. I'm like a baseball player on track, out on still please. Represent the conscious style until it hits the streets. My backbone, the tap rock home. Got mad rap tones. I can straight fake mad the beat, tank back to Jack. It's time for lunch already, yes, past lunch. I eat C's like Captain Crunch, I attack and I punch. Rapping is such different style that's unlike yours. Back to C's, I point you out and point out all of your flaws, all of your jaws get broken. Styles no joking. Battling.
Yeah, I bring that all up to not like. I don't think anyone's being shitty when they're doing that. I'm kind of arguing that this is like a feature of the human brain. Or like even if you're like super aware of it and trying to tamp it down, like I've been trying to do that watching Simon's The Witness playthrough with Andrea, my wife, and I cannot control being frustrated. Even though I know and like I was there, I was doing it myself, and had people in chat being like, "Oh my god, dude." I have this like not just sympathy but empathy. One that was driving me particularly nuts, and I don't even think I understood this like when I was playing The Witness on stream, but there's this like perspective-based puzzle area in that game where the whole idea is that now you have to solve the puzzles from a very specific angle that you're standing in. Like, you can't see what to do unless if you're standing behind a tree in this exact way, because it outlines the puzzles some way, right? And right outside the building to get into that puzzle, there are two switches. One is just a normal, like, single line switch, and the other is a single line switch that is through a hole in a door. And that's meant to tell you, like, the puzzles you're about to get to, you might have to access them from far away, because it's the first time that you do a puzzle that, you know, you have to stand in a specific place in order for it to be possible. I don't even think I realized that the first time I played it. I think it was because I already knew that that was the theme of the puzzles in that room, that I understood, this is attempting to communicate to the player that what to expect in the puzzles through here. But I wonder if even any players understand what that means intuitively the first time they get there. Yeah, how can you not... How did they get this wrong? It's like you can't remember what it was like to have not grown up with The Legend of Zelda, right? I agree. I think that presents itself a lot in my frustration with RTS games, where I feel really bad playing StarCraft because I feel like I'm just complaining constantly and just being this like ball of negative energy. And a lot of it is like, I want it to be better, and it's not reasonable to expect it to be better because it's so old, right? This last one's really hard. I made it over that crane one time, I think. It's interesting though, even if I specifically have it in my head that I am going to make a conscious effort to be forgiving of this experience because of how old it is, it doesn't affect the frustration at all. It's completely outside of my control, how I emotionally react to it. Right. I think that same phenomenon can make it difficult to appreciate your like Citizen Kane type video games, you know, where Citizen Kane is mostly an impressive movie because of all the pioneers that it, or all the techniques that it pioneered at the time it came out. You go and you watch it now and you're like, I don't get it. Like, who cares? And it's like, but don't you see that part where like the camera's in the floor? And it's like, yeah, you know, do that shit all the time now. It's not that impressive. So I think it also affects our media criticism ability when we're trying to like appreciate something that's very good. To Ravanon's point about the pinnacle of design 30 years ago. Ocarina of Time was like that. Yeah, I can totally hear that. Like, I imagine that Z-targeting feels clunky and terrible in Ocarina of Time because every game released after Ocarina of Time has used Z-targeting as its base for 3D action combat. I think about it more. Maybe I can like have some neuroscience and philosophy and sociology friends, hit them up and see if there's a term for this phenomenon, because I don't think it's just hindsight bias. It's like, that's part of it, but it's a really profound chemical bias in your brain that makes it difficult for you to like accurately judge stuff. You kind of have to force yourself, you know? Perfect. Going great. First try. That was great. That was my favorite challenge in all of Tony Hawk. I mean, the Alcatraz one is probably tied. Maybe the Alcatraz one is better because it's requiring you to do more stuff. But in terms of like it being a very specific challenge and there being only one real way to do it, and that's to get good, that was great. I would love more shit like that. Yeah, exactly. If that had been the very first thing the game dropped me into, I wonder if you could even do something like that for like vert or lip tricks or whatever, right? Like it might be that only works for grinding. I think maybe the big part of it is that last attempt, I nailed the first one on the first try, I nailed the second one on the second try, and then the third one I did in like 2 or 3 attempts. So I could feel that I was actively getting better. Whereas a lot of the other challenges, it's like every time I win, I'm like, well, that was a fluke. I happened to press square in the right direction at the last second. If I did it again 20 times, I wouldn't beat it, you know? I guess that kind of happens. I know I keep comparing things to Dark Souls, but like with Dark Souls bosses, sometimes you'll win against a boss and it will be because they happen to use like a certain attack pattern, or you lucked out and you Estus Flashed on the right frame. You know, if you beat him that time, you might have been stuck for another 2 hours. For some reason, that doesn't frustrate me in the way this does. Gran Turismo license test situation and upset people who just want to get into the game. Yeah, I guess I'm not saying that they should make everybody do that grinding test before they're allowed to play the rest of it. But I think if the objective is to make you understand specifically the way Tony Hawk adjudicates grinding and jumping and momentum and balance and shit, like that's the kind of thing you want to make the player do early. Maybe if it was like a license test thing, if there was like a menu option of go in here, we're going to give you a bunch of intentionally difficult but ultra focused challenges, and you can do that if you want to, or you can skip it and just play the game. I would load that up every time. Yeah, because even this game, which is much better at teaching you, we've already encountered problems in the college level, right? Where like it's laid out such that it has challenges that are meant to like progressively teach you things, but because it's open world, you could go to the hardest one first and get your ass kicked. And not have learned the necessary lessons to be able to do the thing it's asking you to do. I guess, you know, the thing I'm talking about exists in fighting games now, I think. I think that there's like, I feel like I watched a Donkey video about this, where modern fighting games will have a training mode that specifically talks about like frame perfect inputs and combos and parrying and that kind of a thing, and then puts you in these really tight, do this 50 times in a row type challenges, so you don't have to learn it in the field, basically.
Come on, man. Y'all ready for this? Let's do it.
That's cool. Then it can give you the necessary feedback. It's like I think I would never ever in a million years be able to get good at a fighting game that didn't have a system like that, because like I need to see the hitboxes and the wireframes superimposed on the characters. And I think some of those actually will do that, right? They'll show you the hit and hurt boxes on the characters' moves. That's cool. Bucky's no stranger to gnarly broken down ramps. If a ramp is standing, Bucky will rip it up.
Hey, Bucky, see if you can nail 5 big combos on this busted up old ramp.
Is this the Marstead challenge? It might be. What the fuck? Okay, at least it didn't end the encounter when that happened. Oh, because it's a busted up ramp. That's a problem? Oh, maybe there's a bug there or something. Let's try on this side, I guess. And I just got screwed over by the timing on when it got destroyed. Okay. Skullgirls is one of the ones that was like made by fighting game fans, right? Like second generation fighting game fans that were specifically thinking about making it competitive and accessible. I haven't played it, I just heard about it. I think the problem is I lost all my special when I crashed and then wasn't rebuilding it because I kept just trying to finish the combo. Remember, special is important for the stat bonus, if nothing else. Thought this was like one of the last ones. How many are on that screen? There's like 10, right? This one's tough just because you have such little room, which I guess is the whole point, but... Seven left, okay. Yeah, I can start skipping after like 2 attempts. You just want me to see him, right? Do I get credits in this, or is it just those videos? You see, he has different tricks than I'm used to. Right down circle, I can do that one. $250,000. Now there's water. Whoops. I thought 100K was the end, so this will be my last attempt for this one, I guess. Spreesh. Yeah. Once I'm out of time, I'll switch to the next thing. Oh, I accidentally did a special trick. Shit. This is bad. I have all this memory of what my old tricks were. That's like a pro thing, right? Like those are the actual tricks that they're good at in real life. Oh, I mathed wrong. That's fine. Cool goal, though. Bam!
Did you see Birdman in the demo and you asked me to do it?
Would be the loop-de-loop again. So I don't know really anything about Bam's skateboarding career. I just kind of know him as Jackass Guy. Like, was he a really good skater, or did he do like crazy, gets himself injured shit? Ready to be a jackass?
Welcome to the shopping cart Olympics. Now, in
More the latter.
5 minutes, you gotta pass all 3 trials of shopping cart skiing: race, hurdles, and slalom. Now let's see what you got, man.
Wow, I can't believe they put a shitload of work into these objectives. It seems like this is correct based on my knowledge of Bam. Like, there's a surprising number of unique assets and level mechanics and, like, physics in these pro challenges. It really makes me wonder if the individual pros got some, like, say in what these were, you know? Try to do the cart one of them. Well, I guess I can just let time run out at some point once I finish one of the first challenges. That last turn is freaking brutal. I had to make a custom shopping cart. Oh, that sucked. Yeah. That came down from Activision, right? So it doesn't count as bailing, but... Alright, I might skip this one soon. I think this was probably, like, the PS1 and PS2 era was the best era for trying to do something like this. Piece model. I think modern games are just, there's too much shit going on. Like, if you want to do your photorealistic, crazy graphics game, the minimum time to complete that project is a very long period. put these out annually. We're going to give you a completely unfair project development schedule, and then the first time you bomb, we're going to pull all our money out of it. Fucking Activision. They did it to music games, too.
I gotta go skate.
Like, I'll never forgive Activision for oversaturating the rhythm game market and just ruining it in the US. I love Rock Band. I think it's, like, worthy of being, like, a platform as opposed to a single game. Capitalism destroys everything.
Look, there's plenty of space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's part of the problem, is that they kept releasing, like, fucking millions of entries in Guitar Hero, and each of them had their own custom plastic instruments. So every brick and mortar store was just stuffed with these fucking things, and people got sick of it. They didn't have room in their houses for it. They didn't have room in their stores for it. She crashed Spyro and Tony Hawk. Activision single-handedly murdered her childhood, pretended to revive it, then murdered it again. Trick inventions. Any trick you can do, Rodney invented. Really? It's cool. I think somebody mentioned that earlier.
Hey Rodney, you've invented a ton of tricks over the years. Can you still remember them all? Hit all of the tricks in each list in a single combo.
It's one of those things where it's like a Steve Jobs Wozniak thing, where like Tony Hawk has popularized it. He's the one that was like the face and got it out there, but Rodney Mullen was like the actual technical person. Though it sounds like Tony Hawk is also incredibly skilled, and I don't know that Steve Jobs ever really was. Oh, is the semi-flip a special?
What's your deal?
You have to do all this in one combo? If I had it that time. Hey Thorpe, how you doing? Back this way. Oh, okay. If I land on that one thing, I can't continue the trick, can I? Okay. Yeah, I can't land on that. Okay. Hey, Dragon, how you doing? Oh god. This seems really hard. Oh, can I go elsewhere here? Thank you. I thought maybe it had to be in this section. Alright, we do original game music only. Got me in trouble with this game's soundtrack a couple episodes ago. I'm flogging Molly. So the heads up about this to make things much easier. I don't understand the double kickflip. Hold on. Should just be left square square, right? But it seems like sometimes I'll press it and it won't take the second one. Oh, is it really fast? Okay. Now, is the finger flip, does it have to be in the air you press it? Oh, okay. Ouch. Oh, is a 360 flip a special? Oh, weird. It still isn't triggering. There it goes. Oh, I almost had it. This one I'm just struggling with running out of air, you know? Ugh. Okay. I think I get the idea of this one. We'll do the next one. This one's cool, though. I like that they're trying to showcase each of the individual skaters' personalities. Chad. Yeah, I bet the next one's really, really hard. I'm guessing I had to do several of those in one jump in order for it to be possible. It's kind of above my capability. Stock vehicle braking noise. I don't know where this challenge is. Oh, there it is. The long search is over. On bad. Movie producer, trick out the Beatz. How's this gonna
So,
work?
you want to make an album
What?
with us? Well, we're gonna have to hear some beats first. Nail tricks and
That's fun.
combos to increase your beat meter, but don't bail. Nail 8 beats, and we got us a deal.
Oh, this is pretty cool. So just any combos? Or is it... This is a neat concept for a stage. Still says 0 out of 8. Score points without bailing. Okay. Is there like a preset number of points I have to get? Yeah. And it fits in with the character, right? So, is there... I don't remember if there was a better vert area here than that. That might be the only one. That one's kind of tough because it's easy to smack your head on it. Three songs in the soundtrack. That's cool. Oh, I see every time you bail, it resets your time. Shit. I thought it was a fail. I'll do this one until time runs out, and I'll start the next one. Volume of tricks. Oh, so like... I don't have to do them in a single combo is what you're saying? Oh yeah, this was the one I was thinking of. This is the only thing that's like this in the whole series. The combo doesn't matter then. It completely resets me when I bail? Oh, just for that stage. Okay. Wonder if there's like one particularly fast thing that you can do every time you're in the air, you know? I think every trick gives you a set number of points too. Maybe not, because there I got some different ones. Good enough. Oops, oops, oops. I think if I had landed on this strategy earlier, this would have been a possible run, but I don't know if I have enough time remaining to pass. We'll see. Good time to bail, at least. It's really neat that they try stuff like this. I always think of video games in terms of like, what are their assets, what are their formulas, what are their repeatable systems, you know? So seeing games that put effort into adding shit like this. Like, I guess mild spoilers for Hades, but like, you play Hades and you kind of get a sense of like what Hades is able to do with its engine and what kind of cutscenes it's able to support and what kind of like new maps it can support. So there's this like big post-game epilogue you can try to unlock, and it's basically just a splash art screen of a single character with some dialogue over it. And it's like, well, that makes sense. Like they're not gonna like make an entire. They're not gonna render all of these characters that we've been seeing only in portrait in game in 3D, right? They wouldn't do all of that for a single scene. And so here's where I'm surprised, because this is where I would normally say they wouldn't do all of that for one skater, right? You know, they did. It's a little janky. It's still kind of just like pushed into the engine as best as they can. I would agree.
Skateboarding and music have always been two major parts of my life. I utilize the energy in music to make me want to do the tricks that I do in skateboarding, you know? I've been producing for about 6 years. Now we've been working really hard on this album for like the last 2 years solid. You know, as much effort as I put into my
That's cool that they focus on his producing here.
We got my first
I like
album
that.
together. It's called Muska Beats 1212. We got a couple of the tracks, you know, we got the Biz track and the J-Rue and Melly Mel track going in the video game. So, you know, y'all be able to play some crazy skate moves, listen to my tracks. It's going to be on.
And also he skateboarded once. Okay, I'll give you a couple of tricks. But no, I really like that they focused on his music.
Love to do, and there's no rules. I think all sports have rules, and skateboarding has no rules, and it never will have rules. Skateboarding is skateboarding. It's about having fun with your friends and kicking it and going out and riding it and having a good time. That's the main thing. If you can get on a skateboard and ride down the street and you have fun doing it, and even if you're slamming on your ass, it's all good as long as you have fun, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wish they got more of the skaters to like say something during these little clips, because I really like that in the first Tony Hawk one. It's wholesome. Interviews. I wonder if they were starting to realize at this point the power of Tony Hawk's the franchise as a way to get people into skating. It had been out for 4 years at this point, is that right? I imagine that was a pretty delayed effect. Like, you don't go from fucking around in Tony Hawk to like actually being able to ollie in real life, I'm guessing, for years. Maybe you show up to competitions or something, right? That was very cool. Sorry, one second.
Thank you for picking my character, man.
San Francisco. I could see them doubling down on the custom skater thing, but I don't know. I feel like this stuff is part of the wholesome quality of it because it kind of communicates to you, like, see how Tony Hawk's good at this, and this guy's good at this, and this guy's good at this, and Bam just kind of crashes shopping carts into walls. Like,
What are you doing?
there's not a one right way to do it.
Hey, yo, Drew. We're all set up for these photos. These could be the biggest gaps you've ever hit, man. Warm up Ollie in the gap, and then we'll get a photo of each trick. If your knees don't blow out, your back definitely will.
Outlaw star, like Gene Star win. That crazy dish like a soccer hooligan. So money, break yourself. You know what's good for your health. Call me ninja, not in, cause I move in stealth mode. After this joint, your headphones explode. I rhyme in beeps and blips so I can rhyme.
Watch this, and watch the tackle box.
Water erode. When the mic is in my grip, it's sure to corrode. And I glide across the beat like Jordan. Leave competition holy like a Mormon. Potent as dust, I have you all stumbled.
The whole time.
Too much space to rocked it from morning to morning. It's so hot it have rappers wanna stop recording. Sort of a super solo was named
What makes
like Spike, so chumps hate me like Jay Rune or Jameson.
this one's a little confusing? Hold on.
Throwing fire like the Human Torch, leaving your head
Watch
Let me see. Press it fast.
create earthquakes to have your core trembling.
At the overhead walkway. Which one's that? This one?
Moves, cause I move in slow motion. And it goes like this. Verses of Rune from J. Rue the Damager.
Oh, I see.
Verses of Rune from J. Rue the Damager.
Thank you.
Goes like this. Verses of Rune from J. Rue the Damager. Verses of Rune from J. Rue the Damager.
It's nice of them to face you the right way right at the start there. And to restart you so quickly when you screw it up. Railings there to line me up. This one I don't seem to be able to get enough speed or height or something. Oh, really? But I can't get special, right? Because I reset if I'm not... If I go too far away... Oh, your special accrues even when you screw up as long as you don't bail. Okay.
Whoa!
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to get special again. Okay, that's probably the last one, but that one's pretty cool. I guess maybe if you go straight through and carry over special from previous attempts. London.
You alright?
Yeah, different devs had different challenges. That one was much more forgiving. Exactly. I was thinking about that too. River, maybe? Are the red challenges, like, really hard? Seems like the green challenges are already pretty hard in the hole. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Flip onto it, clear sketchy gaps to get to it. I'm bad at these, so...
Let's see if you can nail these grind gaps. See, we'll start off small, then we'll work our way up. The higher we go, the harder the combo gets.
Gap over the street, okay. So just jump over it. I don't have to grind the first time, right? Probably gonna skip this one early because this is not in any way my strong suit. Why is that wrong? Is the Rowley Dark Slide a special thing? Here's another one where you can't build up special, it looks like. There's nowhere to go to do it. They probably should have given you infinite special in this. Shit, that's bad. Best way to build special. This, maybe? Of course. Yeah.
Tally up the alley, cat aggression in this thuggy crash infested mess of automatic B-boy trial can't combust circuit. Working these war kick ciphers with head striker stability. Kamikaze chivalry. I alone noble in a wonderful feud. That generation ain't nobody asking for your patience. Grand opening holding.
Which ledge do they mean? I think I'm gonna pass this one. I see where they're going with it, but it's far beyond what I'm good at. Yeah, I guess if the challenge requires special, then I think it should, it shouldn't reset as aggressively. If it doesn't require special, what's this team? Alcatraz. But like the Koston one would have been nice if it restarted. Hey, Daddy Nurse, how you doing? So was Elissa like the main role model for women skaters? It's probably great now, like especially since there was a women's division in the Olympics for skateboarding in both park and street. They were really good. So I think that was my favorite thing to watch was women's park. Yo. Super gaps. Skate long handrails, bigger stairs, and more massive gaps. That's fair.
Now I know you all about going
That's
big
got to be
these
tough.
days. Let's get some photos of you busting on some of these big gaps, okay?
Can't just skate.
Now, yo, the run's pretty sketchy, so hit the ramps and rails to help you line up.
Just walk ramp to the planks, the yards. Planks on the yards here. Okay. So you ride this. Already wrong there, right? This is the ramp they're talking about, right? It's already wrong if I get this far, right? Those are the planks they want me to get to. Okay, so I need to like... Wait, actually I'm confused. What am I jumping from to get to them? Slope to the walkway. Jump from here onto the thing? So like jump from this onto the thing? Doesn't seem right. Is it like specifically jumping from this rail up here? That doesn't seem like that would make it. Guards walk ramp. I just don't even see what are the two things they're trying to link. This, maybe? So make it in a single combo all the way from here without stopping and land on the plank. Oh, here? Oh, I came up here by accident last time. Oh, okay. I understand now. Thank you. I didn't even understand what it was asking me to do before. It's just a matter of like making the jump, basically. Boneless gives you height, but it won't give you distance, right? You think it might make a difference? Oh, not if I do that.
I'm hella rock king with the disco flow. You know it's satisfaction guaranteed. If you mess with me, you will be. I mean, 'cause I'm the original B-I-Z-M-A.
Triple impossible, okay. No problem.
I'm like super duper dope and open. Rock the microphone, you be scoping. Rock chillin' the road, coast to coast, and yeah, I wake up and eat cheese and guaranteed to rock. I don't got no children. I just know that I got to go.
Weird. Got a double finger flip instead. Judo Madonna. That's a cool trick. Lap down the massive stair set from the lighthouse walkway to the parade grounds. Like some kind of indicator would be great here. What's the start point and what's the end point on this one? Does anyone know? Where is it? Where am I going from here? Just jump down it? Okay. Okay. Thanks. I'll just let the timer run out this one. I'll get as far as I can with it. It's cool. This is like that ramp, I guess. Oh, I see. There's a jump all the way over. Okay. So her thing is like doing really crazy jumps and then landing without bailing. That's cool. Basic idea. So it looks like there are 4 skater slots at the end. Are those like secret characters?
Hey, let's do this. Let's do this.
Is that something I can unlock with like cheats or something? Or do they not have pro challenges?
Hey, watch Chief, nobody shoots an entire spotlight
No
in
pro
one
challenges.
day. Okay, all right. If you say so. Do each trick as fast as you can, and then we'll break
Do
to the
that
next spot.
NBA Jam
Chief,
shit.
let's
Let me
do
play
this,
as Bill
man.
Clinton. So they already did Darth Maul. I have to like grind it? Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. This net. He's kind of like a does everything skater, generalist. Yeah, see, this one's different too, just because of the way the clock works. It's interesting. I want to go back and do all those challenges I was struggling with earlier that involved maintaining grind balance after doing that one level. It was like ridiculously hard. Be like right over that arrow, basically. Yeah, like the Elissa one. I like the idea of that one a lot. Doing the big jumps and doing tricks on them, but... There's a nose slide work. I don't think I started one any time. Based on a specific stunt he did, a whole photo shoot in one day. That's kind of cool. Imagine that was fun too. Like, how do we like represent this skater with our video game mechanics? Strength grind, philosophy building sledge. Points from previous attempts carry over. Okay. Time gains made earlier carry over. Okay, that's important. Sometimes it doesn't work. Between any of the rails. Well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought what they meant was jump between the rails and do a shove it between them. I think this is the first challenge where it's required me to grind in specific ways. Everyone's like, oh, does it matter which way you're grinding? And I remember being like, what? What are you talking about? Does it matter which way I'm grinding? Can I even control that? Kickflip off of, meaning I have to grind them and then kickflip while I'm riding on them? Maybe. Try this one more time. Guessed incorrectly once again. What does FS stand for? Front side? Everything have like a front side versus back side variant to the trick, basically. Tail slide. So this is the same thing. Which one's tail side and which one's board side depends on which way you're coming at it, I guess. Shit. Keep getting nose slide. There we go. Must have gotten that randomly correct the first time without thinking of. Oh, I tried to grind there, or do a manual there. Good enough, apparently. This also probably would have been a pretty good initial challenge, since it requires you to do a lot of specific things the rest of the game doesn't ask of you, but which probably matter. And I don't know why sometimes I backslide that instead of front slide it. Something's going on there. Probably enough of a time loss. I'm already screwed. Keep trying to do it the other way around and I still get a feeble. Just need to like pray on the 50-50. Just try, please, game. Just give it to me. That is not correct. Shit. That one's quite cool as well. Is that the last main pro challenge? In that case, I might look at some of the other skaters and... I could try this one more time. Makes me assume that like the skaters got to pick which level they wanted to be in, because I think like a couple were really overrepresented, like San Francisco. Now this is the crazy rind combo.
We only have a couple of minutes of light left. We have to get...
Now, do I ever have to jump from the rail on this one? For the red ones? I didn't understand that before, thanks.
I cannot work like this.
Where do I go after the end there? I don't see where the next step is. Anytime I touch red explosives, it's bad, basically. Now, do the red explosives actually get destroyed when I hit the detonators, removing the danger, basically? Yeah, like the specific graphic effect they've gone for with exploding things is pretty brutal. Everything's shaking. Makes it hard to stay balanced. And there's like a little like frame delay or something. Like the screen just freezes for a second. Is that last green one the last one? Trick on the chopper. Any lip trick is fine. And now that I see the line, this makes a lot more sense than previous attempts. What? How do I possibly get enough height to lip trick off the... Is there a ramp there somewhere? Or is it one of those, like, rails where it like, lifts up slightly? How can I get to the quarter pipe without breaking my combo, though? Because if I manual, I'm gonna lose all my speed, right? Shit. So I have to get up on the rail that's right after the last detonator, and then go off of it and manual over by where the quarter pipe is, I guess?
Producing, you had a chance to show him what time it is. So what you want me to do?
Shit. Keep wanting to hit R2 early there.
When you got a subject and a predicate, add it on a dope beat. I'm dropping English, even if yella makes it a cappella. Equal, don't be another sequel.
Still struggle a little bit with transferring rails. Sometimes I feel like I pressed it right and I just won't transfer. I'll just jump straight forward. I had that in that one Chicago combo one that I was going for forever. Dude, it doesn't look like there's enough space. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can just walk over there. Oh no, it won't let me. Like, can I get down from that rail and make it to the... And then I have to do a lip trick at the end. Jump to avoid some dynamite? Let me see what we got.
There's a little bit more to show. I got rhymes in my mind. All of them expression, and if you start fessing, I got a lesson for
I'm already dead. Yeah, see, there's a bomb there, so I have to use the rail, I think. I still have to, like, pre-jump the instant I think I hit the last detonator, because if I try to look, it's already too late. I just think the geometry at the end of the level is weird. Shit! Well, at least I made the jump. Maybe it's possible. Is there like a particularly safe lip trick? Like, it's more likely to trigger as a lip trick rather than a grind? Okay, that makes sense, because I won't rotate at all when I try to put it in. Try to remember to hit up triangle. I just have to force myself to press it when I jump and just pray that it goes through. So I can't see what's happening when I get down there at all. These last ones are the worst, because you're like turning a corner and you're trying to keep your balance. Turning the corner is already fucking with your balance significantly. That one feels like most definitely a lip trick. Try that. Because it prevents me from like accidentally doing a boneless or whatever. A number of times I get there and I just fall due to... Presumably the explosives are affecting my balance like the elephant pooping on me was. Ooh. Yeah, see, that gap seems so small. It must be possible. They did it once. Doesn't look like there's room to manual, you know? Don't jump or jump super early. Oh, really? From the rail, or, So, you think if I don't jump, I'll just land where I need to land? I might have to cue a manual, maybe? Looks like I'm gonna end up too far over, but give it a try. More like 80% of the time I tell it to transfer rails and he does it, but that still happens occasionally where I feel like I press left and he still goes straight. Shit. Ben's walking in front of me here. This one's already a wash. Yeah. Printers are scary. Actually haunted technology. Shit, damn it. This one's already awash due to balance problems. How early can I queue a manual off a grind? Like, I tried doing it there and it didn't work. Does it require that there be some like travel time from the rail to the ground? Like via falling? So far, I assume that I always have to jump. It's going to be one of those calculations where it's like 7 coin flips in a row. Do I make the rail transfer 50-50? Do I make it? Yes. 50-50. Do I make it? Yes. 50-50. Do I get to that one without just instantly bailing due to balance issues from the explosives? This one looks good due to based on my current balance. First try. So I might go to the title screen and see which of the videos I can watch, and probably wrap there. This is cool. Thanks for insisting on the pro challenges. It's another kind of a hindsight thing. Like when you're saying you should do them, like in my mind, I'm just picturing like an extra hard score 250,000 points, right? Not like mechanically distinct. Oh. Oh God. Oh. This is one thing that didn't see this from any of the Olympic oh Jesus Christ. Didn't see this from any of the Olympic skaters because like I guess they're the ones that are so good they just really know oh Jesus Christ. They know how to emphasis on the word bail rather than wipe out, right? Like bail to me implies you know something went wrong, so you're gonna jump to try to like land in the way that causes the least damage. 10 million videos like this in 2002. Which one was the extra hard score 250,000 points? You're talking about the one where the arena falls away. That's still unique and different, I think. Spend cash. We'll call that the credits. Every other Tony Hawk has had a bail video, so appropriate to do that last. Metalhead Star Warrior, world's toughest pro skater, hot chick. Pro Bails 2. That's kind of cool. 2002. Oh, nice. Is it, they wouldn't do Darth Maul again, right? Darth Vader? Anakin, maybe? Jango Fett. Nice. Oh, it was an Attack of the Clones. So what are the codes for the other skaters? Just to check them out. Oh, that's cool. Wow, does this guy have like special stats? I feel like he jumps way higher than the ones I was just using. This is a really tall zombie too. And there are long shanks. How's the weather up there? Oh, I have to go somewhere to input them. The main menu is the cheat menu.
Ha 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 ha, yes, yes. Return of the B-boy style. Props to all the B-boys and B-girls in the house. Check it out. I got the vibe. 1, 2, check 1, 2, 3. With the style.
Options, cheat codes. I see. I've said this many times, but I miss cheat codes. I think they served an important purpose. Like a baseball player on track, got on still clean. Represent the conscious style until it hits the streets. My backbone, attack rap home. Got mad rap tones. Give developers more freedom to kind of enforce their will without having to offer things like wait, export. Shit. All of your jaws get broken. Styles no joking. Battling, straight up battling is what I'm provoking. But I'll die before this whack MC infects me. Hip hop industry to the point I cannot breathe. But if Wild Child dies before Wild Child wakes, I pray to God to step down and take down all them fake MCs. Pretty please. I got the vibe. 1, 2, check. You. Hell yeah. Jango Fett. Who's Mike Vallely? God. Thanks. Try Jango Fett. They have the Star Wars license at that time? I guess EA basically got it in like 2010 and has had it for like 10 years, and all Star Wars games have been, well, almost all Star Wars games have been bad since then as a result. How does his double jump work? Signed the deal too late to implement them fully. Oh, okay. It's a trick. Oops. Django Jump Jet. Okay. I have to look at his board, too. That's pretty awesome. That's cool. I don't remember if Darth Maul did anything like game-breaking like that. Cool. Thanks, this name. Sorry about all the weirdness around like resigning and stop time. I think you were right to insist on playing through the pro challenges. Those were cool. And I don't feel too bad about not doing all of the Carnival and Chicago goals, because I think like unlocking the pro challenges, like if I, knowing what I know now, I probably would have said do enough goals to unlock the pro challenges and then attempt all the pro challenges once. Which is maybe what you said, and it didn't make sense to me because I didn't know what pro challenge meant. But I think we saw pretty much everything, and the ones in Carnival and Chicago are, you know, much more difficult versions of things we've seen before. This is fun. I'm excited to try the next Tony Hawk, especially if this is the hardest one. I think I learned the most lessons in this one. Future Marstead, just go to the section of this video where you're doing the long grind. It's one of the Pro Skater challenges, and listen to what I say about it, because that will probably help you in future games.